Before anything began between us, you were like my best friend. The one I used to run and talk to when me and my girl was having problems. Used to say it'll be okay, suggest little nice things I should do. But when I go home at night and lay my head down, all I seem to think about was you. You make me want to leave the one I'm with, start a new relationship with you. It's what you do. Bumping that old Usher today. Anyways, folks, welcome to Geekdom's QNA. I am Geekdom, or you can call me D, or you can call me Danny. I'll take my real name. That's fine. Daniel sounds more biblical, but I don't care. Anyways, I'm doing a Q&A a little tiny bit early this week because I wanted to get this thing out because there won't be a Q&A on the weekend because I've got a massive Dragon Ball in-depth dropping. Well, when I say massive, I've been working on this motherfucker for like 2 months now, and I really want everybody to check that out. I don't want anything else on my channel on Saturday but that video. There is no Dragon Ball Super this weekend. I'm sure many of you guys already know that. So I will be dropping that then. Anyways, let's go ahead and get to some of these questions. I'm going to be skipping around randomly, and I want to answer a little bit of criticism that I got last week. A couple people said that I'm a dick to my subs. First of all, I love my subs. I've always said that I love my subs. I'm a dick to stupid questions, yes. And there's, people, even if you're smart, you can ask a dumb question, that's fine. But if you ask me a stupid question, I'm going to react to it a certain way. All right, I am. That's just how I am. I've always been like that, right? That's number one. And I hate when people say that, oh, well, what? Like, are you nuts? Like, are you kidding me? I do videos every day. I don't even, look, real shit, like, I do multiple Q&As a week sometimes for the subs. I mean, the Q&As, the views in the Q&As are nowhere near as big as some of my other videos, and I do interaction videos with my subs. I respond to my subs. I spend 45 minutes to an hour every single day. Listen to what I'm telling you. 45 minutes to an hour every day responding to comments. I can't respond to all of them, but I spend that long doing it. So if you think I'm a dick to you, bro, just unsubscribe and get the fuck out, because you obviously have like some kind of, daddy issue or self-esteem issue, because I can be a dick sometimes, and I apologize for that. I really do, but I love my subs. Hey, case in point, let's get to these fucking questions. Why doesn't Goku support his family by winning a food eating contest? He'd win easily, they'd be rich, and Gigi won't complain. I don't know if in the Dragon Ball world they have food eating contests that will actually make you rich. In fact, I don't even know if like Kobayashi or Joey Chestnut are actually quote-unquote rich. But if so, he should, right? I will get hate for this, but do you think Dragon Ball is better off without the existence of Broly? From Lone Wolf Gam. I don't think so. I don't know if it'll be better off without the existence of Broly. That's a tough question. The problem with Broly is not a problem with the character of Broly, because the character of Broly is really no different than most of the movie villains. Super 13, Bojack, they don't really get a lot of development, and most of it's kind of dumb. The problem with Broly is that he kicks a lot of ass in the movie, no denying that, but people seem to think that like he's this incredibly overpowered. And we have another question down here which I'm going to answer next, right down here, about this. They think he's some kind of like ridiculously overpowered character that he can actually hang with like Beerus and these guys, all based off of one line when he said my ki is overflowing, which just means that he was getting more powerful. That's all it means. It doesn't mean anything but that. So I think it's more so, the thing is that even if Broly didn't exist, there would be another character that fans would just get a hard-on for, so I don't think it would change anything, to be honest. You know what, let them have their Broly. I actually rewatched the Broly movie with my wife the other day, and it's really not as good as I remembered it, honestly. I'm talking about the first one, the one that's actually good. It's good, it's not great, and it's really boring. In some parts. It's actually very overrated, I feel. Hope I don't get no hate for it, but being honest with you, I haven't watched it in years, and I rewatched it, and it's like, it wasn't as good as I remembered. Hell, my dad thinks Broly's the strongest Saiyan, or Saiyan. How do I tell him that he's not without offending him? You tell him to keep watching the series, bro. And if he can't figure it out, then, well, critical thinking skills. What if Piccolo fused with the maker of the Super Dragon Balls to increase his power? Well, the maker of the Super Dragon Balls is a dragon, not a Namekian, so that's not happening. Which form of Majin Buu has the greatest regeneration ability? They all do. There's really no... They all do, really. I haven't noticed any difference. Cabe Silvermane. After reading the latest manga chapter, I have a kind of a prediction on some events and wondered what you thought. I find it odd how they don't have Gohan in the chapter. Yes, that's a good point. If they aren't going to use him in a special capacity, why have him absent at all? He would just be wallpaper like the rest. Both previous arcs already established he has become a geeky family man. So why take it farther? Also, the written test I feel is going to come into play more than just for a comedy. I got a feeling that Boo will fail a test and they are one fighter down. Champa will allow them to find another fighter, but only in a matter of minutes. Piccolo or Videl reveals that Gohan wasn't at a conference at all, but has been training at the Room of Spirit and Time, regaining his old power. Goku picks up and he takes Boo's spot in the tournament. Picks him up. This theory is nothing new. It's already been talked about, actually, bro, by a lot of people. Dino Rhymestyle did a video about it. The community's already talked about this, and a lot of the Gohan fans want this to happen. It does seem a little bit like Gohan fan service. I'm a Boo fan more than a Gohan fan. I know I'm in the minority there, but I do love Gohan nonetheless. It's possible. I mean, that's all I can really say. It would be cool. I would be sad that Boo got left out, but it would be cool if that happened. You know? But then again, it doesn't really make much sense because they're lying about him being at a conference, but they kept him a secret just in case. Okay, like, why didn't they just have Tenshin Han or somebody else? Like, I don't know. It seems a little too derivative. DBZ is awesome. Watch English dub for childhood memories, nostalgic moments, Falconer's music, Kai for better acting, better dialogue, real Frieza, shorter version, Jap for the real story, the way it was meant to be, and the way to go for a complete version, and also a bridge. Dare to DBZ. I agree with this. I agree. If you grew up on the dub and you want to get those nostalgic moments, people think I hate the dub. And again, once again, I'm going to say I don't hate the dub. I hate the script changes and some of the voices. Other than that, I don't hate the dub at all. If you want to watch it for nostalgia purposes, that's fine. But like Jay and I have been saying, really, I said it a little longer than Jay has. You got to watch it in Japanese to get the real story. And Kai is a better dub. But if you're into the nostalgia of like Goku going SSJ3 with Falconer's song, do 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 do, you know, that's fine, bro. I could never hate somebody for that. I watched the fucking Ocean dub for that. You know, would you fuck Majin Soul? Absolutely. What would you choose for a 10 to 20 episode series? 1. Vegeta life pre-DBZ with DB flavor. 2. Beerus' backstory on how he became a god of destruction. 3. Goten and Trunks helps Jocko in the Galactic Patrol. 4. Namekian prodigy is born, Piccolo takes and trains him. 5. Your suggestion, keep it up. Well, I'm not going to do 5 because they all seem like a good idea. Plus, I'm going to do a video about, down the road, maybe next month or the month after, I'm going to do a video about my top 5 most wanted Dragon Ball spin-offs. That'll be a fun one. Vegeta life pre-DBZ or Beerus backstory goes into. I'm gonna pick Beerus. I want to know more about Beerus. If I had to pick between these 4, and these 4 are my options, Beerus wins. I want to know way more about how to become a god of destruction, where he's from, his planet, you know, how life was billions of years ago or whatever. I think Beerus wins this one. Do you think that Bulma was wasted potential on Namek? If yes, what would you have her do? I would make her work on something that ties Goku's escape from Namek. I see what you mean, because Bulma's been useful for the entire arc, but no, okay. I see what you mean by wasted potential, which is one of LAUGHINGSTOCK's series, but Bulma needed to be there for all the technical shit. Gohan and Krillin maybe Gohan could have learned how to do it because he's very smart. But obviously they wouldn't have let it happen. Bulma had to be there in case the ship broke to repair things. She had to obviously program the ship, fly the ship. So they did need her there. I mean, they really did. It wouldn't have happened without Bulma. If you watch Dragon Ball Z episode 36, when they're all gathered together to see what's next, you know, when they're all on that ship and they're talking about what to do next to revive their friends, Bulma's a very crucial part of that. So you kind of have to have Bulma there. Your idea about her making something that ties in Goku's escape from Namek, that's not a bad idea. I'd be okay with it if it was done right. Is Birder faster than Captain Ginyu? I think so. Actually, because when Goku and Ginyu were fighting, Ginyu was seen, the speed-wise, it seemed to be pretty even. So, Birder says he's the fastest in the universe, but of course, everybody says that about themselves. Right? So, like, you know, it's one of those things where, like, I don't know. I would say Captain Ginyu's probably a little bit faster. I don't think Birder has ever seen Ginyu at his best, which is probably why he says that. Now, I'm going to skip around questions. Again, some dickhead criticized me last week saying, oh, he skips around questions. I always do that. Like, I either start at the bottom or I skip around. Okay? I always do that. Why do Beerus and Champa look the same? Are they from the same race? Same goes for Vados and Whis. Keep up the good work. I love your videos. Well, if you love my videos, see, here's where people think I'm a dick now. If you loved my videos so much, you would know why Beerus and Champa look so alike. Because I answer it in many videos, including the manga chapter where this was where Champa first appeared. Go back and since you love my videos, go back and watch my manga chapter 5. I think it was chapter 5 or chapter 6. I'm pretty sure it was chapter 5. Go back and watch my video on that. It's all explained there. Clayton. Probably not the same Clayton that I know. Big D, let me ask your opinion on something. Do you think we as fans in the West have the right to criticize Dragon Ball Super such animation even though we don't have legal ways of knowing what's going on in the series without fan subs and illegal slides to the show, more so since it's Japanese TV? From Clayton. Rhyme Style, QAAMAN, Jay, Zeon, everybody who's in this community now on YouTube has talked about this on Twitter. I'm pretty sure that's where you got it from. I don't know the answer. Like, I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it. Like, because I see both points of view. Like, Dino says that we shouldn't criticize the animation because it's not, and so does Jay, it's not the final version of the show. It's just what's airing on TV because they're going to fix it for the Blu-ray and they've proven that they have. And that's a fair point. Like, that's very true. Like, we're technically not supposed to have this series. We're watching it. I don't know if it's illegal to watch. It's definitely illegal to distribute and to own. But to watch it, I'm pretty sure if you have Keyhole TV and you can get Japanese TV, there's nothing wrong with watching Dragon Ball Super. Just don't sell it. But it's Japanese TV. It wasn't meant for our eyes. Do we have a right to criticize it? Well, we have a right to criticize anything because the problem is that opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, right? Should we criticize the animation? Well, at this point, my answer to that is no, and the reason why is because it's a played out fucking argument. It's fucking played out. You know the animation is not going to be perfect in every episode. You know this. I did a video, on my channel a while back explaining exactly why when I talked to a guy who's an animator, and I talked about what he told me and what he said. So we know the animation is going to be bad sometimes. It just is. So why bitch about it? Like, I get criticism, but why bitch about it? And it pisses me off because this last episode wasn't even that bad. There were a few bad parts, but it wasn't that bad to where I'm like, oh my God, it wasn't like episode 5. Nothing is like episode 5. So I just feel like, you know what, get over it. You know it's going to be fixed. Get over it. That's my opinion, but if you disagree with me, I respect that too. For Boo to pass the test, he could absorb someone that's willing to be absorbed like Hercule, then go inside Boo and cut Hercule out of there after a tournament or before. Would that be possible from poetry? Seems very convoluted. I don't even know if Goku can pass that fucking test. Dragon Ball Super is the best from Jeff from GT. There you go. There you go. How'd you get the name Geekdom 101? By the way, keep up the good work. Honestly, I love your content from poetry. I named myself that. Here's the story of Geekdom 101. Those of you who have been on my channel from the beginning, you already know this. I started off in March as the epitome of geekdom. I discovered that A, it was too long, and B, it was too hard to look up because epitome can't be spelled by everybody. Plus, if you do a search for epitome of geekdom, you wouldn't find me. You had to search for the epitome of geekdom. That's way too complicated. Geekdom 101, much shorter, much better. I like it more. Easy to search for. Let's see. Shadow the Hedgehog versus Vegeta. Is Dragon Ball Z Abridged overrated? It's up to you. I like a bridge. I'm not one of those people who just is absolutely in love with it. Not every joke hits, but I like it. Goten GT, will he be in Dragon Ball Super by Michael Shaw 72 at gmail.com. I don't know why I put your email in there, but hey, guess what? Your email's out, buddy. Goten GT? No, because Super doesn't take place during GT. That's an obvious question. Would Dabura spit have worked on Boo? That's a great question, and there's no answer to it. Here's the thing. Here's my hypothetical answer. He spits on Boo. Boo rips off a piece of the skin that is turning to stone, throws it down, kills Dabura, gets the skin back. He can't fuck with my boy Boo, bro. Boo would have murdered him no matter what. And that's too bad because I like Dabura. In the games canon, Sonic has defeated villains who have destroyed time and space, devouring dimensions, reshaped whole universes. Does this mean Sonic is greater than Goku? No, it just means that Sonic has better games. Well, not better games. Well, probably has better games. Depends on your point of view. I like Sonic games a lot, but there are a lot of good Dragon Ball games. No, it just means that, you know, he was able to do it. I don't know if Sonic is stronger than Goku. He might be. I don't know. I never thought of that. I've never thought about who's stronger. I know Sonic took a lot of ideas from Dragon Ball, but I don't know who's stronger. All right. Kaloni Johnson. LaughingStock did this a while back, but I was wondering, since Super has updated this a bit, could the base form Vegeta and Goku fight evenly with Buhan? Thanks, Big D. Keep the work. Good work. Kaloni Johnson. You're talking about the base form Vegeta and Goku from Super. You're talking about Saiyan Beyond God. You're talking about post Battle of Gods, Goku and Vegeta. Anytime before that, it's unquestionably no. After that, I don't know. Buhan is very, very powerful. But honestly, when I think about it, the God power that Goku and Vegeta have trained under with Whis might put them at even with Buhan. I don't know. I think Goku, I feel, and I've said this before, based on scaling and based on just my own headcanon, that I think that Goku base in Resurrection F is as strong as Kid Buu. Is he stronger than Buhan, though? Maybe. Well, definitely when they go in their blue-haired, he is. So there's that. Look at this one. Who do you think will win? Whis, a Potara fusion of Whis and Beerus versus SSGSS Gogeta, a fusion dance of Gogeta and Vegetto. Probably Whis, but I don't know. Gogeta and Vegetto's 4 guys, and this is just 2. I don't know. We don't know how strong Whis is. It's from Nick Tech. So I'm still going to go with him because we don't know how strong he is. All right, Big D, I've got a DBZ question for you. Why is it that when Pure Evil Boo turned Fat Boo into chocolate, he ended up being absorbed but still alive? However, when the rest of the gang, i.e. Krillin, 18, Bulma, turned to chocolate, they were killed and sent to Otherworld. That's actually a great question. Now, that is a great question because the reality is there's no real reason for it. Headcanon will tell you that because it was Boo absorbing Boo, Boo's body has different properties than the rest of the characters, and it wasn't like Pure Evil Boo absorbed Fat Boo, he just ate him. So yes, that actually makes perfect sense. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. That would be the reason. That's the only reason that we have. There's no explanation. That's the only reason that we have is that it's Boo, so Boo's body is different even when it's turned to chocolate. Repeat right there. Has Dragon Ball Super retconned the appearance of Earth? We know it originally as a single continent with islands, but the new series shows it resembling real life. Even the Reverend Army and DB had a map of the real life Earth. Yeah, you're right. Like, I've mentioned that too when I did one of the older Dragon Ball Super episode reviews. Like, I think it was episode 3 or 4. I don't remember. Maybe even the first one. The Earth does look different now. I don't know, bro. It's another super inconsistency. This may sound a bit weird, but could Boo absorb someone as big as Hirudegarn? That's a great question from DHGHD. Another one that I don't know, because I assume yes. I assume if he expands his body out enough with his goop or whatever the fuck, I assume that yes, he could absorb Hirudegarn. Hirudegarn, I think is about as strong as... See, you can't compare Hirudegarn strength-wise to Boo, which is why I'm glad you asked that or you didn't ask that question, because I have to really think about it. Because, like, that movie's very inconsistent. Like, Goku SSJ3 kills him with a move that he just came up with out of thin air. And no, folks, the punch to Piccolo in Dragon Ball was not the Dragon Fist. Okay, stop thinking that. It was not. It didn't even resemble it. I don't know why people headcanon again, making connections that don't exist. But like, Hirudegarn knocked Gotenks out of fusion with one shot. It's just weird to me that he was able to knocked out Vegeta, Gohan, everybody. Every one of the Z fighters got their asses kicked with one shot by Hirudegarn. And of course, it's a movie, you know. Just like it's funny because, you know, people want to go nuts over Broly. Hirudegarn's arguably more impressive. In fact, not arguably, he is more impressive. Broly couldn't knock these guys out in one shot. Hirudegarn did. So Hirudegarn's way more badass than Broly, but he is a monster, of course. So, nonetheless, back to the question. You know, I think so. I think if Boo stretched out his body big enough, I think he could. But who knows? All right, I'm going to ask like 2 more questions, and then we'll be out of here. Maybe one more. How many plot holes and or inconsistencies are in Battle of Gods? Hail Zeon did a video about this. Go look it up. And this is the last question right here. Do you think fusion affected Trunks and Gotenks' growth? I've never heard that theory before. I've never heard that theory before, so I don't really know the answer. I don't think so, though. I don't think anywhere. It's not stated anywhere by anybody that fusion affects your growth. I don't think it does at all. But if that's that's more headcanon. There's no evidence to support that, though. All right, this one. Could you review Kami no Kami, which is Battle of Gods? Wait for it. Why does Shenlong only grant 1 wish in Battle of Gods? Or is that even considered a wish, more like a question? No, that was a question, not a wish. All right, well, thanks, everybody, for checking out the Geekdom Q&A. Got a whole bunch of stuff coming for you this week, and I hope you enjoy all the content on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't, even though I'm sure most of you already have. Thank you, as always, for your continued support this year. Thank you for everything, and I will talk to you soon.